Boy, do I have an interesting well repair video today. So this guy called me, well, today's Monday. He called me Saturday morning. I think I wasn't really available. And he seemed to be, in trouble. He's out of water. And I said, well, I'll try to get to you later today. And late in the evening, I was able to come by and look at it. And when I got out here, he said, you're going to have to park and walk through the woods. And I'm like, what? Where's this well at, man? Oh, it's down here by the creek. Like, oh. So the man's house is back over there. It's about 1,000 feet from the well. So you drive down his driveway right here. And back here is his well. So he tells me that Friday, just the day before that, the other company come out and they piddled around with it, and the guy felt inclined that he didn't want to work on it late on a Friday evening. So he said, I'll get one of my other employees to come work on it Saturday. So he sends a young guy out Saturday. He fiddles around with his control box and says he can't do nothing for him. He's going to have to get him a new well drilled. And right now, that's just not an option. You can't get a well drilled to save your life around here. If it's not for the parish, or some guys just quit doing it, or can't do it, or broke down. All kind of reasons. And I told him, I said, well, let me go take a look at it and see what I can do. Maybe it's just a capacitor or something. Well, it was just a capacitor. But there's a caveat to that. The motor did run. So here's the well head. Company put one of those flow well seals on it. So when rising water gets back here, this is about the creek is just right over there in the Tchefuncte River in Louisiana. So it gets like 8 feet high right here. So you got to have something like this so that your well doesn't get contaminated from floodwaters. Well, I got to looking at it and said, man, this pipe was all jacked up and bent way over. And up here at the top, the glue joint almost come out. I'm like, what the heck's going on? Well, I'm to find out, this pump ran hot down in the well. It wasn't pumping any water. The motor just kept running. It superheated the water in the well casing, probably melting the pump to the casing. It probably won't even come out. Melting the pipe up here, which is kind of hard to see. But yeah, it jacked it way over. This was all bent up. Actually, here it is right here. And the reason I know it was melted is because if you look on the inside, you can actually see where the PVC is bulging and like starting to come apart. And I think that check valve was bad. Well, no, the check valve is bad. I'm thinking that. And so the pump was cycling back and forth. That just tore it up. And this isn't a little pump. This is a 2 horsepower submersible pump. And it was a bad capacitor that kept it from running. It finally gave up. But it didn't pump any water. So I gave the man an option. I said, look, you're not going to get a new well drilled. Your only option is to take this tank, stand it back up. I mean, the shed's just rotting down. And since it's a flow well, why not put a little 1/2 horsepower shallow well pump on it? I mean, he definitely needs to build something here to get it above floodwaters. But for right now, if it rains, I got him some unions on here. He can unplug it. He can bring it up to the house if it's going to flood. And nothing can go down the well because there's a check valve right there. I mean, you'd only have a little bit of dirty water in the pipe. You can flush that out. But the man's going to have water again. I mean, you believe this? There's not a PVC line going to the house. That house, way the heck over there. He's hooked up with a hose. Turn this pump on. It takes forever with this big old tank to come on, so. There you go. And you know what? It's happy. It's going to run beautiful. Man's going to have water again. A cheap solution to a huge problem. What was wrong with the other guys? Oh, let's sell him a new well. We can't even drill him a well. Let's just charge him, $500,000 for playing with our dinghy and not get anything done and leave the man out of water and just walk away. That's ridiculous.